I'm Angela, Psychic Intuitive Medium. I wanted to talk to you about a little bit about the year ahead. So one of the things I always notice is patterns in readings. And in order to tell what the year ahead is about, I often look to the patterns that have been happening. So with clients lately, for the past 4 months, I have had people's next 2 to 3 years come up in their life of change. And this change has been very good individually. So there's the overall global issues that are going on, which are a little different than this, but for the personal ones, the personal journeys, the next 2 to 3 years are about creativity, growth, checking in with self, love of family, a lot of movement there with aligning with our purpose, a lot of movement in deciding whether or not we are already aligned with our purpose. For global scale, a little bit more messy, a little bit more truth, a little bit more perhaps structures disintegrating or falling away or evolving, that kind of thing. But for us personally, a lot of people after this year, which has been incredibly difficult with COVID, are a little bit apprehensive about next year, but I want you to understand it's so much about growth and change and our way of being, because COVID has served an excellent, it's kicked our butts in getting us to slow down, to self-check-in, to decide what serves us, what no longer serves us. For some of us, it's been about release. For people like me who knew about COVID back before it started, I was fully prepared for the journey ahead. We are going to see some movement in March. Spirit showed me something like if you had some golden handcuffs and the handcuffs kind of pop off. So I knew that there was a type of vaccine coming, or the vaccine was being distributed, or we would be through the worst of it kind of thing. So I'm not surprised at the developments lately, which is great. We are coming into that. However, I was also shown, and forgive me, most of my stuff comes through sort of like a cartoon. I was also shown that when we get into the heat of the summer, now whether or not we have an early hot spell, I don't know. I just feel the heat of the summer, and for people who are into this, they showed me Gollum from, I think it is Lord of the Rings, coming out into the sun and like kind of like blinking at the sun as the sun's coming down on us, and that's when we're finally past the worst of COVID. So that could be where I am in the world. The heat of the summer is usually, you know, closer to August, that kind of thing. I really think timeline wise it makes sense that closer to August would give us a little bit more freedom. So understand that our shackles from COVID are in the works to come off, and it is going to spur some greater creativity, greater change, because we have been forced to pause. We have been forced to look within. We've been forced to spend time with people that we've been missing and realize that we miss them, that we no longer want to miss them anymore. We've been forced to spend time with people that no longer suit us, and we decide that that needs to change. So this is going to be a transitional year. It's going to be a good year for people who want to embrace their creative heart, their creative self. There's going to be a lot of people working on their own empowerment, working on feeling who they really are, a lot of egoic letting go on the flip side, realizing that to have empowerment does not mean that you have to have ego satisfaction. So there's a lot more getting used to the way of being without the need to be doing. So that's your message for the year ahead. I hope you enjoyed it, and bring on the new year.